When you're shopping for a cheap SUV, the warnings come thick and fast. High running costs, endless mechanical problems, repair bills that make you wish you just bought new. Most of the time, those warnings are absolutely justified. Cheap SUVs can be money pits, draining your wallet faster than you can say, check engine light. But here's the thing. Not every affordable SUV is a ticking time bomb. Some are genuine bargains that'll carry you and your family for years, without drama, without breakdowns, and without those heart-stopping repair estimates. In this video, we're counting down 9 cheap SUVs that are actually reliable no one is talking about. No gimmicks, no fragile drivetrains, just proven machines that deliver dependability without the premium price tag. We're starting with a Japanese SUV that's been quietly racking up miles across Britain for over 2 decades. But before we dive into the countdown, turn on the notification bell and hit that subscribe button for more money-saving tips on automobiles. Right, let's get into it. The Honda CR-V might not have the rugged looks of a Land Rover or the prestige of a BMW X3, but what it does have is something far more valuable: genuine reliability. The second-generation CR-V, built between 2002 and 2006, is one of the most dependable family SUVs you can buy for under $3,000. At its heart is Honda's legendary 2.0-liter i-VTEC petrol engine. This is the same engine family that powered the Civic and Accord, and it's built to last. No turbos to fail, no complex hybrid systems to drain your wallet, just a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder that shrugs off high mileage like it's nothing. That's not just all. Parts are widely available and affordable too, because Honda sold thousands of these in the America and Europe. Breakers' yards are full of spares, and independent mechanics know them inside out. You won't need main dealer prices to keep one running. At MOT time, these Hondas shine. Pass rates are consistently above average, with most failures limited to wear items like brake discs, tires, or the occasional exhaust. Rust can be an issue on older examples, particularly around the rear arches and sills, so always check underneath. But mechanically, they just keep going. The CR-V proves that boring can be brilliant. It's not exciting, but it's the kind of SUV you buy once and quietly run for a decade. Number 8. Toyota RAV4. If you want an SUV that's built like a tank but doesn't cost like one, the second-generation Toyota RAV4 is where you start looking. Built between 2000 and 2005, this is the RAV4 that proved compact SUVs didn't have to be fragile, expensive, or unreliable. The 2.0-liter D4D diesel is the one to go for. Yes, it's not the quietest or the fastest, but it's one of the toughest engines Toyota ever built. These units regularly sail past 200,000 miles with nothing more than routine oil changes and the occasional injector clean. Unlike modern diesels clogged with DPFS and complex emission systems, this older D4D is refreshingly simple. The petrol 2.0 VVTi is equally solid, though slightly less common. Either way, you're getting legendary Toyota reliability. Timing chains don't snap, gearboxes rarely fail, and even the 4-wheel drive system is tough enough to handle light off-roading without complaint. MOT records back this up. RAV4s from this era consistently pass with flying colors, and when they do fail, it's usually something minor: a worn bushing, a corroded brake line, or a tired exhaust. Serious mechanical failures are almost unheard of. Rust is the main enemy. Check the rear crossmember, suspension mounting points, and underneath the rear bumper. If the body's solid, you've got yourself an SUV that'll outlast most modern rivals. And because they're so common, parts are cheap and mechanics know exactly how to work on them. The RAV4 isn't flashy, but it's the kind of SUV that owners keep until the bodywork gives up long before the engine does. Number 7. Hyundai Tucson. The first-generation Hyundai Tucson doesn't get the love it deserves. It was never cool, never prestigious, and never the first choice for badge-conscious buyers. But for those who value reliability over image, the Tucson is an absolute bargain. The 2.0-liter petrol engine is the safe bet here. It's simple, naturally aspirated, and built to last. While the diesel versions can suffer from turbo and DPF issues, the petrol just keeps going. Owners with minimal drama, and many go well beyond that with basic servicing. Hyundai's generous warranty, 5 years when new, meant many of these SUVs were well maintained in their early life. That care shows in the used market today. MOT pass rates are strong, and failures are usually limited to consumables like tires, brake pads, or the occasional suspension bushing. The Tucson also benefits from Hyundai's no-nonsense approach to engineering. There's no fancy electronics to fail, no complex all-wheel drive systems to drain your wallet. Just a straightforward, practical SUV that does the job year after year. Inside, it's spacious and comfortable, if a little plain. But that's the trade-off. You're not paying for leather and chrome, you're paying for a car that won't let you down. And because the Tucson never had the hype of a Qashqai or a Sportage, used prices are incredibly reasonable. You can pick up a tidy example for under $2,500, making it one of the best value family SUVs on the market. Number 6. Suzuki Vitara. The Suzuki Vitara is proof that you don't need to buy used to get a reliable, affordable SUV. Even nearly new examples are surprisingly cheap, and older ones are absolute bargains. But more importantly, this little crossover is one of the most dependable small SUVs money can buy. His secret is simplicity. The 1.6-liter naturally aspirated petrol engine has no turbochargers, no complex direct injection, and no fragile emission systems. It's light, efficient, and built to last. Owners report these Vitaras happily reaching 100,000 miles and beyond with nothing more than routine servicing. Suzuki built the Vitara to be tough. The suspension is well-engineered. The four-wheel drive system, when fitted, is reliable, and the gearbox, whether manual or automatic, holds up well under daily use. Even at high mileages, these cars don't develop the annoying rattles and squeaks that plague some rivals. MOT records are impressive too. Pass rates are consistently above average, and when Vitaras do fail, it's usually for minor issues like worn tires or a loose exhaust. Serious mechanical problems are rare. Inside, it's practical and surprisingly spacious for its size. The boot's a decent size, the rear seats fold flat, and visibility is excellent. It might not have the premium feel of a Volkswagen T-Roc, but it's far more dependable and much cheaper to run. Insurance is low, parts are affordable, and because Suzuki has a strong dealer network in the US and the UK, servicing is straightforward. For young families, first-time SUV buyers, or anyone who wants something reliable without the SUV price tag, the Vitara is hard to beat. Number 5. Nissan Qashqai, 2007 to 2013. The first-generation Nissan Qashqai changed the UK car market forever and became Britain's best-selling SUV. But beyond the hype, the early Qashqai is genuinely reliable, if you choose the right engine. The 1.6-liter petrol is the one to go for. It's simple, durable, and with regular servicing, these Qashqais comfortably pass 130,000 miles without major issues. Timing chains last, gearboxes hold up well, and even the CVT automatic is reasonably dependable. Avoid the diesel versions. The 1.5 and 2.0 DCI engines are prone to DPF blockages, turbo failures, and injector problems. Stick with petrol, and you'll have a far easier ownership experience. MOT records for the petrol Qashqai are solid, with most failures being minor. Worn brake pads, corroded exhausts, or tired suspension bushes. Inside, it's practical and comfortable with a good-sized boot and high driving position. For families who want space, practicality, and reliability without breaking the bank, the early petrol Qashqai delivers. Just make sure you avoid the diesels. Number 4. Kia Sportage, 2010 to 2015. The third-generation Kia Sportage might not have the badge appeal of premium rivals, but it has something far more valuable. Proper reliability backed by Kia's legendary 7-year warranty. The 1.6 GDI petrol is the engine to hunt down. It's naturally aspirated, straightforward, and regularly reaches 110,000 miles with minimal fuss. Many Sportages sold in the UK are still under warranty today, and even once it expires, they remain affordable to maintain. Parts are cheap and servicing costs are significantly lower than German rivals. MOT pass rates are strong, with failures usually limited to consumables like tires and brake pads. Serious mechanical problems are rare, and when things do go wrong, repairs are straightforward and affordable. Inside, the Sportage is spacious and well-equipped with a massive boot and comfortable rear seats. It might not have the premium feel of a Volkswagen Tiguan, but it's far more dependable and much cheaper to run. For families who need space, practicality, and peace of mind without the premium price tag, the Sportage is the kind of SUV that simply doesn't break. Number 3. Skoda Yeti. The Skoda Yeti might look quirky, but underneath that unusual styling lies one of the most reliable compact SUVs ever sold in the UK. Built on Volkswagen Group's proven platform and powered by bulletproof engines, the Yeti is a hidden gem. The 1.2 TSI petrol is the pick of the range. Yes, it's turbocharged, but this particular engine has proven itself to be far more reliable than VW's later three-cylinder units. With regular oil changes and proper servicing, these Yetis comfortably pass 120,000 miles without major issues. The 2.0 TDI diesel is also solid, provided you avoid early examples with DPF problems. Later models with the updated emission systems are more dependable, but for ultimate peace of mind, stick with petrol. What makes the Yeti special is its practicality. The boot's huge, the rear seats slide and fold, and the driving position is excellent. It's also genuinely fun to drive, with sharp steering and composed handling that puts many larger SUVs to shame. Parts are affordable too, thanks to shared components with Volkswagen, Audi, and Seat. And because the Yeti was never as popular as the Tiguan or Q3, used prices are incredibly reasonable. For buyers who want Volkswagen Group quality without the Volkswagen Group price tag, the Yeti is unbeatable. It's practical, dependable, and surprisingly enjoyable to drive. Number 2. Toyota Land Cruiser. If you want an SUV that's genuinely indestructible, the Toyota Land Cruiser is where your search ends. Built between 1996 and 2007, the 90 Series and 120 Series Land Cruisers are legendary for their reliability. The 3.0D 4D diesel is the one everyone wants. It's not the quietest, but it's one of the toughest engines Toyota ever built. These units regularly pass 250,000 miles, with many going well beyond 300,000 with nothing more than routine servicing. Timing belts need changing every 60,000 miles, but that's about it. These are the SUVs used by aid agencies, farmers, and off-road enthusiasts who need something that simply won't quit. The chassis is tough, the suspension is over-engineered, and MOT pass rates reflect this durability. The downside? Fuel economy isn't great, and road tax is high. But if you need an SUV that'll go anywhere and last forever, the Land Cruiser is worth every penny. It's the SUV mechanics respect and adventurers rely on. And finally, the number 1 spot goes to an SUV that's become synonymous with dependability. Number 1. Honda HR-V, 1999 to 2006. If there's one cheap SUV that deserves the title of most reliable, it's the first-generation Honda HR-V. Built between 1999 and 2006, this quirky little crossover has proven itself to be one of the toughest, most dependable small SUVs ever sold in Britain. At its heart is Honda's legendary 1.6-liter VTEC engine. No turbos, no complex electronics, just a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder that refuses to die. Owners regularly report these HR-Vs passing 160,000 miles, with many going well beyond 200,000 with nothing more than routine oil changes and basic servicing. The secret is simplicity. No fragile all-wheel drive systems, no complex emission controls, just a straightforward, well-engineered SUV that does exactly what it's supposed to do. MOT records are outstanding. Pass rates are consistently above average, and failures are almost always minor. Worn tires, corroded exhausts, or tired suspension bushes. Serious mechanical problems are virtually unheard of. Inside, Honda's Magic seats fold flat, creating a surprisingly large load space. It might not be the most stylish SUV, but it's one of the most dependable. And because it never had the hype of rivals, used prices are incredibly reasonable, under £2,000 for a tidy example. The Honda HR-V proves what this entire list is about. Reliable doesn't mean boring. It means freedom from breakdowns and the constant worry of what might go wrong next. So there you have it, 9 cheap SUVs that are actually reliable. From the bulletproof Honda CR-V to the indestructible Toyota Land Cruiser, these models prove you don't need to spend a fortune for dependability. The used market is full of money pits, but these SUVs are the hidden gems that'll save you thousands in repair bills. Have you owned one of these? Drop your story in the comments. Your experience could help someone avoid a costly mistake. If this video helped, smash that like button. Subscribe for weekly car advice.